Friends, let's begin together by listening to a beautiful life quote as Jeff Bezos has said. If you are not stubborn, you will give up on experiments too soon. And if you are not flexible, you will pound your head against the wall and you won't see a different solution to a problem you are trying to solve. Welcome back, friends. I wish you all are well. Today I have come with new story with lots of new vocabulary, and I am sure this video will be very useful for you all. So before I start the lesson, let me tell you something about the lesson. If you are visiting my channel first time, then you have to know something about the lesson because I found a new way to improve your English communication skill with lots of new vocabulary without facing any problems. As you know, we need 4 things for improving our English, and that is listening, writing, vocabulary and speaking. And these all things I have added in this video. So always I am making video through those 4 things, 4 steps. So I am sure if you watch my daily video, you will be able to improve your English in a very short time. And the most important thing, if you are watching my video, then you should to know this video has 4 steps. First, we will listen a short story with our focus, cause after a story you will get some question and you have to answer that question. And the second step, we'll know some new vocabulary from that story. That part is most important, so don't lose this golden phase. And the third step, we have answer and question season. In that part, I'll give you some question which will be taken from the story, and then I'll give you 1 minute to write your answer in a comment box. Then I'll show you your answer on the screen. That's why you have to listen to the story very carefully. And the last step, we have build your confidence and listening ability. For this purpose, I'll give you 1 minute to say heading, which heading will be best or better for that story according to your point of view. And these all things are dependent on your listening and focus. So friends, let's start our first part of this video, and that is short story. So first we are going to listen to the story that starts now. Back in the 15th century, in a teeny village near Nuremberg lived a family with 18 children. 18 in order merely to keep food on the table. For this mode, the father and head of the household, a goldsmith by profession, worked almost 18 hours a day at his trade and any other paying chores he could find in the neighborhood. Despite their seemingly hopeless condition, 2 of Albert Dürer, the elder's children, had a dream. They both wanted to pursue their talent for art, but they knew full well that their father would never be financially able to send either of them to Nuremberg to study at the academy. After many long discussions at night in their crowded bed, the 2 boys finally worked out a pact. They would toss a coin. The loser would go down in the nearby mines and, with his earnings, support his brother while he attended the academy. Then, when that brother who owned the toss completed his studies in 4 years, he would support the other brother at the academy, either with sales of his artwork or, if necessary, also by laboring in the mines. They tossed a coin on a Sunday morning after church. Albert Dürer won the toss and went off to Nuremberg. Albert went down into the dangerous mines and, for the next 4 years, financed his brother, whose work at the academy was almost an immediate sensation. Albert's etchings, his woodcuts, and his oils were far better than those of most of his professors, and by the time he graduated, he was beginning to earn considerable fees for his commissioned works. When the young artist returned to his village, the Dürer family held a festive dinner of their own to celebrate Albert's triumphant homecoming. After a long and memorable meal, punctuated with music and laughter, Albert rose from his honored position at the head of the table to drink a toast to his beloved brother for the years of sacrifice that had enabled Albert to fulfill his ambitions. His closing words were, "And now, Albert, blessed brother of mine, now it is your turn. Now you can go to Nuremberg to pursue your dream, and I'll take care of you." All heads turned in eager expectation to the far end of the table where Albert sat, tears streaming down his pale face, shaking his lowered head from side to side while he sobbed and repeated over and over, "No, no, no, no." Finally, Albert rose and wiped the tears from his cheeks. He glanced down the long table at the faces he loved, and then, holding his hands close to his right cheek, he said softly, "No, brother, I cannot go. Nuremberg, it's too late for me. Look what 4 years in the mines have done to my hands. The bones in every finger have been smashed at least once. And lately I have been suffering from thyroids so badly in my right hand that I cannot even hold a glass to return your toast, much less make delicate lines on parchment or canvas with a pen or a brush. No, brother, for me it is too late. More than 550 years have passed by now. Albert Durer's hundreds of masterful portraits, pen and silver points, sketches, watercolors, charcoals, woodcuts, and copper engravings hang in every great museum in the world. But the odds are great that you, like most people, are familiar with only one of Albert Durer's works. More than merely being familiar with it, you very well may have a reproduction hanging in your home or office. One day, to pay homage to Albert for all that he had sacrificed, Albert Durer painstakingly drew his brother's abused hands with palms together and thin fingers stretched skyward. He called his powerful drawing simply hands, but the entire world almost immediately opened their hearts to his great masterpiece and renamed his tribute of love the praying hands. The moral of this story: the next time you see a copy of that touching creation, take a second look. Let it be your reminder, if you still need one, that no one ever makes it alone. I wish this story was very impressive for you all. And finally, we have completed listening part. And now let's go second part of this video, which is our main purpose, and that is vocabulary. As you know, we have some new words, new vocabulary in that part in this story. So let's go to know those words. So first word we have chore. That means routine job, also unpleasant task. And the second word we have despite. That means in spite of, notwithstanding, also regardless of, and also that means in the face of, for all, even with. And the next word we have pursue. That means chase after, follow, aspire to, strive for, and also continue. And that means as well carry on, persist in, work at. And the fourth word we have pact. That means contract, also agreement, alliance, treaty. And the fifth word we have laboring. That means work, toil, exert oneself. Also work hard, struggle, and move heavily, be troubled, suffer a disadvantage, also give birth, discuss or think about excessively, also that means tire. And the next word we have mines. That means excavation in the earth for the purpose of digging or certain substances. Okay, and that means also diggings, treasures, and abundant source. Also explosive planted in the earth that is detonated by touch or remote control. And the seventh word we have sensation. That means perception and function of the senses. Also physical feeling and emotion, mental feeling, excitement. Okay, and the eighth word we have etchings. That means process of creating an image on metal or other surfaces by means of an acid. Also print taken from an etched plate. And the next word we have considerable. That means important, sizable, and substantial. And the next word we have punctuated. That means add punctuation mark, and also interrupt and cut off. This meaning also emphasize and stress. And the next word we have eager. That means strongly desiring and keen, also fervently. Okay, and the next word we have glance. That means look quickly, shine, gleam, and bounce off, also strike at an angle. And the next word we have smashed. That means shattered, broken to pieces, crushed, demolished, and defeated utterly, and also drunk. And the second last word we have familiar. That means ordinary, common, skilled, close, intimate, well known, informal, tame, domestic. And the last word we have tribute. That means tax, levy, gift, offering, compliment. By this last word, friends, we have completed our this part as well. One more thing, mostly people are thinking about vocabulary, how to memorize. It's too much hard. How can we memorize these many words there are? Friends, don't be worried about it, and no need to think. There are many new words. How can we remember? How can we memorize? Because I'll give you in this video some easy trick how to memorize new vocabulary. That's why don't skip video and watch properly until end. It will be very helpful for your English. And now let's go third part of this video. So I'm going to ask some question from that story. So let's be ready, okay? First question we have, where was family living in? And the second question like this we have, how many children were in that family? And the next question we have, who wanted to go to out of village for study? And the fourth one we have, why they both couldn't study in the same time? And the last question we have, what did you learn from the story? Friends, front of you there are 5 questions and you have only 1 minute. So do fast and quick, go to comment box and write there your answer. Your time starts now. With this last second, we have completed 1 minute and it's my turn to give you answer. So let's be with me. First question we have, where was family living in? So answer is in a teeny village near Nuremberg. And the second question we have, how many children were in that family? So answer is there were 18 children in that family. Okay. And the next question we have, who wanted to go to out of village for study? So very simple question and answer also like this easy is, two boys wanted to study in out of village. And the next question we have, why they both couldn't study in the same time? So answer is because their father had financially problem. Okay. And the last question of this session we have, what did you learn from this story? So answer is, the next time you see a copy of that touching creation, take a second look. Let it be your reminder. Like this, with this last question, we have completed our third step as well. And now let's go next step of this video. So now we are going to start next step of this video. I'm going to give 1 minute to write your answer or heading for this story, which will be best as a topic or a moral of the story. Or what do you understand by heading this story? You can write there anything about the story. So let's start. Your time starts now. Sorry friends, we have at last completed our 1 minute, and I'm going to share you the most important part of this video, and that is, as I told you, I'll say you how to memorize new vocabulary. So the best way for memorizing new vocabulary is make sentence by using that vocabulary. Like in this story, we have 14 or 15 new words. You just go comment box of this video and write there at least 15 sentence by using these words and send me. 15 words is needed. You can also write there more than 15, but 15 is needed. For example, we have one new word, compassion. So you use this word in sentence like, we all need compassion in our real life because it gives us happiness. Like this, you use 15 words in different sentence. This way will be very useful to improve your vocabulary. Just do it, continue. I'm sure you will improve your English in a someday, in a very soon, in a short day. And now we are going to have fun because today I have also new very funny joke for you. And this thing also helps you to improve your English and listening ability. So let's go have fun. Santa and Panther are walking on a road, and they find a 1,000 rupee note lying down. Santa, what should we do now? Banta, we'll take 50-50. Santa, what about the remaining 900? Oh my god, that's so funny. Okay friends, with this funny joke, we have finished this part, and wait for next part of this video. I end up my video with a special thank to you all wonderful people for listening to me with great passion. Thank you so much and have a wonderful time.